Hi, Keisha.
Hi, Howard.
How are you?
I am well. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks. Hello, everyone. I
Can you
see
hear
a lot
me?
of people.
Hi, Howard.
Hello, Esther.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Uh,
Hi. How are you? Hi, Mr. Brown. Hi, Hakisha.
Hi, who said that?
Me.
Oh, you said it again. I get two highs. What's up?
I was muted, and I'm like, I don't know if they heard me.
Esther, you have quorum if you want to get started.
All right. All right. We will start with the flag salute. As if everyone would like to stand, and we will do the pledge. Mrs. Ramba, will you please lead us in the pledge?
I believe she's on mute.
Oh, Candy, I think you're muted.
Sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Fort Lee Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published on May 28th, 2020, and posted on the district website at www.flboe.com, published in the board's designated online media outlet newspaper, The Record, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Fort Lee, and mailed to all persons, if any, who've requested said notice. Please be advised that this meeting is being taped and may be broadcasted on local TV and the district's website at a future date. The Open Public Meeting Act allows for remote participation at board meetings and defines meeting as any gathering, whether corporeal or by means of communication equipment, which is attended by or open to all members of a public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit upon the specific public business of that body. Roll call, please.
Joe?
Here.
Ms. Colback?
Here.
Mr. DeMeglio?
Here.
Ms. Morel?
Mute.
Ms. Richter?
Here.
Ms. Barba?
Here.
Mr. Rubino?
Here.
Ms. Tucker?
Here, you skipped me, but that's okay.
Ms. Han Silver?
Here.
You have quorum.
The board convened executive session at 6:45 today to discuss legal, personnel, and other confidential matters. Mr. Rhoda, will you begin by sharing the superintendent's report?
Thank you, Ms. Silver. To start the HIB report, there is none because we've had no investigations. There are also no drill reports for the last month. And that's it for that. Ms. Taylor and I did want to address the state financial update that we received last week and how it may impact the district. One of the immediate impacts will be the loss of anticipated state aid that we had already budgeted. That's one factor that we know will be in place. However, there may be other residual factors, and all this is really pandemic and COVID-19 related, as we talk about the state having a shortfall in revenue due to a variety of factors. It's also going to lead to the district having a shortfall in some of our revenues due to some of these factors as well, which are not yet fully realized. So that's just a brief introduction. Ms. Taylor, you want to take over?
Yes, Ken said it pretty well. The state is in financial distress. Many of their revenue sources, including gross income tax, sales tax, gas tax, are below expectations. They have a rainy day fund, which they are now repurposing to ensure that they can balance the budget at June 30. Because of this, they have taken the $336 million that they had promised in additional state aid to districts, and they are reducing districts by proportionate amounts. For Fort Lee, that is $352,000 in reduction. So we were expecting 515,000. We will be getting 163,000. The state treasurer, Liz Moy, wrote a pretty poignant paper about the financial state, not only of New Jersey, but of the national economy. They are forecasting at least two consecutive quarters of GDP decline, which is the definition of a recession. And so due to the climate, and they looked at, she talks about the indicators, unemployment, which we all know the unemployment rates have skyrocketed because of COVID-19, housing market sales, the Dow Jones, the stock market. So all the indicators are leading to a recession. So we are, as I told the board in private session, we've done a lot fiscally to bunker ourselves. We have a pretty healthy capital reserve. And so we're kind of bracing ourselves for whatever comes next. If the state, historically the state, when the state has reduced their state aid, they said to districts, if you have reserves, then use that as opposed to the state aid that was promised. So they have not said that yet. They have not said they're taking any additional state aid, but they did say that we will be flat. So our current year, I'm sorry, not that we would be flat, but we would only get the 163,000 in additional aid. So we've had several conversations with the finance committee. Ken and I have talked. I am in constant communications with other business administrators who you might imagine are having the same worries and concerns, especially because of the myriad of unknowns. We still don't know if we're opening in September. We still don't know if we open, if we have social distancing requirements. We still don't know if we open, if we have to have air quality tests in every building. Like we just don't know some of these things. But I am confident that with what we've done so far, we can, with smart decision making, we can weather this storm. It will take constant review of legislation. There's some new legislation out every day, essentially, and so it's a lot to keep up with. So, but we're in for the fight. So I ask for the community's patience. I ask for the community's ideas. Ken and I are always willing to hear ideas and vet ways that we can, again, remain pretty well bunkered and do the best that we can in this state of unknown. Ken?
Thanks, Akeisha. So there you have it. We're in a state of unknown is really the key word, where we're doing our best to make plans and to make adjustments. And along those lines, I will say also that on a related, not an unrelated topic, graduation, while we have received some information from the governor's office, it is still not clear as to what our specific guidelines are. We are permitted to have a in-person graduation ceremony after July 6th, but at present, the maximum number of people who could attend would be 25. So that would be quite a challenge to host probably in the neighborhood of 20 graduation ceremonies. So I will tell you this, we are waiting to hear future information from the governor's office. We do have a plan for a virtual graduation. We also have a plan for an in-person graduation. So we are working through those, and we'll hopefully get more information from the governor's office as we progress. That's all I have, Ms. Sonsilver.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rhoda, for the superintendent's report. Do we have committee reports? Okay.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you and your families are all doing well. As chair of the curriculum committee, I will relay updates from our meeting earlier today. First, we discussed graduation plans, and Ken gave that update moments ago. Extended school year will be virtual. We discussed the CARES and ESSA grant money, which will be used in a variety of ways. Dr. Amato is developing a budget. Some of the line items will include tutoring in August and mental health supports. We also discussed racial justice and the social unrest in our country at present. Doubt that I need to provide much background, as issues of injustice have dominated the headlines in an already crazy 2020. George Floyd, Amarda Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Christian Cooper. The Cooper incident took place in our own backyard, Central Park. We're hurting, and many are asking, what can we do? The district is working on a list of resources and websites so that parents can navigate these conversations with their children. We also discussed how this relates to our curriculum, and we discussed the work that the equity team is doing. They were off to a great start pre-COVID, and they remain committed to that work. We don't have all the answers, but we know that we can do more. We had planned to dive into equity and diversity during our board retreat, and we'd like to move forward with that, inviting an expert to speak with us during the retreat. And rather than postponing it any longer, Ken suggested that we do a virtual board retreat. That concludes my report.
Great, thank you, Mrs. Tuck. I don't know if there's any other reports. I guess there was a meeting, a virtual meeting of the Bergen County School Board Association last week. I know there were several of us in attendance. I think the most notable was hearing from the Bergen County Interim Executive County Superintendent. You know, and it was really, I think basically we're all in the same boat. All the boards of education, you know, Bergen County, all over the state. We're all trying to figure out what to do, what's going on with graduation, September, you know, what to do with September. And basically his words of advice were to be patient and just kind of hold things together for a while and just wait. You know, I guess they're trying to compile guidance for us. You know, Ray Penny said have a plan A, B, C, and maybe even a D. We don't know what September is going to look like. So yeah, it's kind of a little unnerving. It's a little scary even for the adults to say that, but I think that's what we're dealing with right now. So yeah, so I think everyone just has to stay tuned for what's coming, and we'll kind of have to be patient with each other and see what happens. I think that was it. I don't know if there's any other, I don't believe there are any other committee reports. Right? All right, seeing none. Do board members have any questions or comments on tonight's agenda or any other topic? All right, seeing nobody raising their hands, may I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion.
Second.
Motion Rubino, seconded by Mr. DeMaglio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? All right, Board Secretary Keisha Taylor will share how the public comment session will be conducted. Oh, you're muted.
Where is she?
Still can't hear you.
You're muted.
Okay,
Thank you.
there you go.
We will use the raise hand feature of Zoom to identify the order in which public comments will be shared. If you have a public comment to share, please select participants from the bottom center of your Zoom screen. From there, select the raise hand button from the right-hand corner of your Zoom screen. I will recognize each community member in the order of the raised hands by lowering the hand and unmuting the microphone. Please then state your name and address for the record. Begin your comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Does anyone from the public have questions or comments on tonight's agenda or any other topic? If so, please select the raise hand feature. There are no raised hands. Ms. Hansover. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. All right. I guess hopefully we answered some of your questions and concerns with our earlier comments. Seeing that, may I have a motion to close the floor to the public?
Motion.
All right, I know I heard Holly. Okay, motion, Mrs. Morel, second by Mrs. Richter. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? All right, moving on to resolutions. May I have a motion to approve item 1B?
Motion, Ramba.
Second, Tuck.
Motion Ramba, seconded by Tuck.
Ms. Cho.
Yes.
Ms. Colbath.
Yes.
Mr. DeMeglio.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Ramba.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Tuck.
Yes.
Ms. Hansover.
Yes.
Motion passes.
May I have a motion to approve item 1B and G?
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion Ramba, seconded by Morel.
Ms. Cho.
Yes.
Ms. Colbath.
Yes.
Mr. DeMeglio.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Ramba.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Tuck.
Yes.
Ms. Hansover.
Yes.
Motion passes.
May I have a motion to approve items 1F through 11F?
Motion, Ramba.
Motion, second. Joe.
Motion Ramba, seconded by Cho.
Ms. Cho.
Yes.
Ms. Colbath.
Yes.
Mr. DeMeglio.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Ramba.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Tuck.
Yes.
Ms. Hansover.
Yes.
Motion passes.
May I have a motion to approve items 1P through 7P?
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
Motion Morel, seconded by Cho.
Ms. Cho.
Yes.
Ms. Colbath.
Yes.
Mr. DeMeglio.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Ramba.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Tuck.
Yes.
Ms. Hansover.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. May I have a motion to approve item 1POL?
Motion Colbath. Second Morel.
All right. Motion Colbath, second Morel.
Ms. Cho.
Yes.
Ms. Colbath.
Yes.
Mr. DeMeglio.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Ramba.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino. Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Tuck.
Yes.
Ms. Hansover.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Moving on, is there any old business? Right. No old business. Is there any new business?
I have one item, Ms. Hansover, just reminding the board, Thursday night will be the Athletic Awards program. The link will be sent out or may have already been sent out to you through the athletic office. So if you can tune in and enjoy the show, I think it'll be as successful as the Academic Awards program.
Thank you.
Ms. Hansover. I just wanted to thank Mrs. Glenn and the high school staff and Mr. Rhoda for the senior pictures on the front lawn. I've seen a few different things around towns and ours is one of the nicest.
Yeah, no, it turned out to be a great tribute to our seniors. And I also want to commend Mrs. Glenn and all the staff who put together the academic awards, the virtual program. It turned out really nicely. We enjoyed watching it. And congrats to all the students, and thanks to all the scholarship grantees, who really pulled together for our students and provided all those scholarships. You know, especially in times like this when we need our community to rally together. It was great to see.
I'm on a meeting.
Any other new business? All right. All right. I don't know if there's anybody else.
Say goodnight.
All right.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Motion.
Okay, motion Rubino, seconded by Mrs. Colbath. All right, thank you, Julene. Everyone, please be safe. You know, continue to be careful out there, you know, and we'll see you again soon.
Hey, now it's good.
All right.
Night.
All in favor?
Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good
Night.
night, everybody. Bye.